If there was ever a time that I sounded like I needed a straitjacket, this will be one of those times, okay? However, I agreed with the unseen realm that I would bring forward their messages as I see, hear, and feel them. Charlotte in this life is also a firm believer in the purpose of the human experience. And one of those purposes being to heal trauma, pain, significant moments that we have experienced in past lives. So here we go, story time. Some time ago, I was in connection with an individual who, when we would FaceTime, they would play random YouTube things, music, videos, just random things. And I remember feeling at one time like I was having to prove myself. I was going through these trials and these tests so that they could see what came out of me when I went into trance or what my reactions would be. When I caught on to this, I stopped doing it because not all information is meant to be placed in the hands of everyone. However, this is now the time for me to bring forward this message. One of those nights, I was viewing secrets of the Egyptian tombs, and it went from 1 to 2 to 3. We get to number 7, and they are showing an Egyptian woman in a tomb, name omitted, and immediately I feel these emotions rise to the surface. Had not in 1 through 6. But in number 7, I feel this deep anguish and sorrow and grief because her life was taken, and so was her partner's. But what was unknown to the population at that time is that she was with child. So any soul fragments of this Egyptian woman that walk planet Earth to this day may be carrying this grief, this sorrow at the loss of an unborn child. Now, in addition to that, she felt rage and anger at those that ended that lifespan for her and her unborn child and her partner. So, what is all this about, Charlotte? Today, let's fast forward today. Today on my FYP, I see 2 videos back to back of different species being raised by another species. For example, a man saves an otter who is pregnant, and once she gives birth to that litter, her otter partner returns, but those otter children stay, and they never have any intention of leaving this surrogate parent. Here is what the unseen realm has told me about the Egyptian woman, okay? As she walks this life, filled with the sorrow that she has carried for lifetime and lifetime and lifetime, the unseen realm are coming forward now to explain to her that her soul can be at rest because that unborn child did take breath. That unborn child was transported to a higher dimension realm, that realm being the realm of dragons. Not only was this unborn child and this energetic soul transported to the realm of dragons, but it was the first of its kind to take life. So, the human experience in this life, the information comes forward now to bring these soul fragments of the Egyptian woman to peace. And with a knowing of joy that her child did live on. Now, with that information also comes the awareness that she is actually what some would call the mother of all dragons. Now, this is a big piece of information to come forward from the unseen realm, and I understand that to some, it may not be backed by science or historical proof, but it is what the unseen realm says. And I do understand that it does sound like Charlotte is deserving of straitjacket. However, I do not need your validation. Someone out there is meant to hear this story. And I say all of this in love. So